Good morning, good morning, good morning. Peace and love. This is Sister Nzinga from Flowing and Growing with Sister Nzinga. I'm outside today enjoying a beautiful, beautiful day. You know, it's so important that we get outside and be in nature because of who we are and our DNA. Now, other people may not need the sun and need the greenery, the foliage, grounding, which means putting your feet on the earth. Other people may not need that, but we do. We really do. And if you don't think that you do, look it up. But grounding is very important. And you know, today where people are making a lot of the rubber shoes, and all that was intentional for us to have rubber shoes, which blocks the connection that we have to the ground, because we are energy, and energy is real. Excuse me, I just got right into it. I wanted to say thank you for my new subscribers. I'm getting so many subscribers, and more people have been watching. I'm just so grateful, you guys. I think the time is now. The time is now that we have got to start making changes. So I just want to acknowledge and say thank you, because I'm surely grateful for this journey, and I'm grateful to be where I'm at right now, being able to be outside and enjoy nature. And last night I slept outside in the bush, and man, it was just so beautiful. It was so beautiful to sleep and just be able to hear no sounds except for the birds chirping. Or where I'm at, they have howling monkeys. They're not hollering, but it's just the sound that they make it. They call it howling monkeys. They're always gonna make something a bad thing, a good thing bad. So it's just hearing nothing but, you know, the birds and the bees, pretty much, you know, and then waking up in the sunshine and seeing just greenery all around you versus seeing some other concrete buildings and so forth. So it was a beautiful experience, and I would hope that you would want to try this experience also. But what we want to talk about, we want to continue this cycle of talking about what's going on now, and why now is the time that we have got to start making some changes and stop accepting this bullshit that these people are giving us, because that's just really what it is. It's an illusion. And so we just kind of journey with me a moment, because the more that I spend time in nature, the more that I truly understand myself about, you know, what things really should be. And you know, I think I'm going to step back a little bit, because I just want to share that, you know, in my journey, I love plants. You know, I love plants. Those that know me closely, I love plants. And through my journey, it helped me to understand who I was and what I am and so forth, and where I came from. Because when you look at flowers, okay, just bear with me, journey with me, I should say, not bear with me, journey with me. If you look at a flower, if you have any plants, and the flower starts to bloom, and so when the flower blooms, first of all, it will come up and it has the stem. Okay, then you get the stem, then the stem gets leaves, and then the leaves gets part of the flowers. And the amazing part is sometimes the flowers like different colors. So one part of the flower may be pink, the other flower piece part might be purple, maybe gold, have a little center with the little stringy things. And I mean, just, you know, if you just look at some flowers and see the beauty in them, how does that flower know? How does that flower know when it goes to the ground? The seed goes down, it gets nourishment from the earth. You give it some sun, you give it some water, and then it blooms. The same thing is with us, guys. That everything that we need is inside of us. Everything we need is inside of us. So when that flower knows that this part's supposed to be the leaf, this part's supposed to be the red part, the white part, the yellow part, or whatever color it is, it knows, because that's the way God created it. That's the way the Most High created it, to do what it's supposed to do. And it comes forth and it just looks beautiful. So it's the same thing for us. That whatever is supposed to be inside of us, it comes through. Some of us have different color hair. Some of us have freckles. Some of us have moles. You know, different complexions. All that. And we were created that way, and that's what it's supposed to be. So that's why it's important that, you know, if you're light, you're dark, you're fat, you're skinny, you got short hair, long hair. You know, I've been born with this color hair, and people used to tease me about, but now people dye their hair this color. You know, so I had to accept it, because it was different from everybody else. You know, this society make us growing up thinking that we all supposed to be looking like somebody else, but looking better than the next person. No competition, y'all, no competition. Just love yourself, your unique self. Be your authentic self. Whatever God created you to be that. And love it. And flaunt that, because nobody can be you but you. Be the best you that you can be. So I'm saying all that to say that we have everything we need inside of us. And as I spend time more out in the jungle, you can call it the jungle, the bush, or whatever, in nature, that I get a better understanding of our purpose. And we do know that our life started simply understanding that, the sun was giving us what we needed, that the rivers was giving us the foods that we needed, and the Creator created animals. We had those to eat. We had greenery to eat. We had greens. We had flowers. There's so many flowers that, that we can eat that we don't know anything about. But they were created for us to eat. And so the more that you spend in nature, and you see that, you can have everything you need, especially if you're growing food. I mean, when I go spend a night outside in the bush and get up in the morning, I'm staying on a friend's farm, and but the things that's being grown there are like some squash, some pumpkin, some either some callaloo or some what you call it, a chaya, which is another green. You can have lemongrass, so you can have your tea. You can have your greens, and then you can have your vegetables to eat. I mean, everything is there for you, and so understand that that's how we used to live. Very simply, and with using the things that the Most High gave us to do, just to go and just, cut your things from your tree, pull it from the bush, whatever, to provide some nourishment for you. And so that's the way it's supposed to be. But see, these other people came, here go the part of the journey that we need you to understand. These other people came being greedy, knowing that this stuff was there freely for us. Water's free, air's free, all these things are free. The trees, when you go to certain Caribbean places, they have fruit trees all over the place, and it's free. I mean, we probably had them in America, but you see they cut them all down, and all we have now in America is just more so concrete jungles. So these things were there for us, but then someone wanted to be greedy and wanted to say, oh no, but I want to control it. And if you want it, you got to get it from me. So you follow me? So I know that we have this life now that we live, and with this concrete jungle, which I just really don't like. I was so happy to be able to free up myself and just come back to nature. But this concrete jungle that we have, and then they say that, this fancy this and fancy that. I mean, it's nothing wrong with progress, but the only people that are progressing is a few. And so what I want you to understand is not, some people were saying like, I don't want to go live in no bush. I don't want to be around no bugs. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But you need to go back to that, because you need to understand that slavery still exists. Because if you do anything inside that system, working for the system, well, anything, whether you're working for somebody else, and even sometimes to some point, even when you're working for somebody else, because you still have to purchase their supplies, their this, their that, their this, that, the other. When they tell you this is how you're supposed to conduct business, that you got to have this, you got to have that. But there's ways about doing this. You can go get some wood and make your own cabinets to display your jewelry or whatever you're selling. You can, when people have farms, they can cut down some trees and then use that tree to build a chair, to build a table, to build some windows, to do whatever. You have everything that you need. It's just that we have been taught this thing, that to fit into this system. But I want you to understand that we have been taught that. But that's not your only choice. And now we've been given this, this flamboyant life, and thinking that that's the way, and you don't want to humble yourself and go back to just having just a few things. Most of our closets is overrun. Our shoes are overrun. Eyeglasses, dishes, electronics. Oh, most of us have too much. But I want you to understand, you have it, but your money is going towards that thing. And now all you have is that thing, and you don't have no damn money. And people say, oh, I still got a little bit of money. I still got money left over. Okay, but you deserve to have all your damn money. Understand that you cannot deal with the fact that you're in slavery because you don't understand it. We have been programmed, including myself. So I'm not trying to say no, I'm not better than anybody. I just think that I've just realized some shit, and I just do things differently. And people used to always tell me, Zinger, you cheap, or why you gotta be so different? Because I can be, because I can be me. I don't want to be like everybody else. And Joe, just think about this shit. This school system that they created this language. They created this school system. They created all the little different things that they say that we supposed to be using today. They created it, and the fact that they created it, they're getting paid for it, and we're not. We know that we are a very creative people. When you look at stuff, back in Africa, in many indigenous places, that you see that people are just taking stuff or pieces or trash and creating it. And the little boy who created the airplane from scraps, the little boy who I think somebody created a car. So these things that are here and functioning, because of who we are, we're able to do those things on our own. But now we don't do any of that stuff because they tell us, first of all, that we can't do this, we can't do that. Our educational system dumbs us down, that there is no analytical thinking, so we don't do that either. We don't question nothing. We need to question shit, question everything. You might gotta be so difficult. It's not that I'm being difficult, but I think this about that. And just because everybody else is doing it, that don't mean I have to do it. That don't mean I have to even like it. And if I don't want it, I don't like it, I don't have to participate in that. So I'm not that I'm being difficult, but I have a mind of my own, and I can think for myself about what I want and what I can do and where I'm spending my money. But do understand that everything that we buy in our living quarters, in our houses, our cars, everything, we are giving money to people who are rich. So you go and you work. Okay, you working. They say, okay, you got a job, you got a house, whatever. But everything that's in that house, you have bought it from somebody else who is rich. They already got a system in. Excuse me, it's bugs are bothering me. They've already got a system in place that they're all connected. The doctors, the lawyers, these companies, the people Dole that makes the orange juice, whatever kind of juice they make, and all these companies are just people who started a long time ago and was given an opportunity to be able to make money off of people. Us. So my last name is Debrick. So I need to have Debrick out there doing something, But if given the opportunity, if we all would come together and do something, our name could be out there, known for something that we want to create. But these people are all in cahoots. They're all in cahoots, and they're all rich. And that and people say, well, it's just a little bit of money. I still have some money to do what I want to do, but you should have the money to do whatever you want to do and not be limited. Because you need to understand that this school system that's in place. I am 65 years old. My mama 96 years old. The same nursery rhymes, the same games, the little things that children play at school, it's the same one. So don't you see, that's programming. Why come that hasn't changed? Other shit's changing, but they're innovating, changing the way the refrigerator it goes. The freezer's on the bottom now instead of on the top. Why come some of these games haven't been created? This is a mindset that they are created, and they are controlling us, y'all. I mean, so I need you just to think about think about what I'm saying, because most people do not think and will not admit that they have been programmed, but we all have. They've taken everything and made it and changed up shit. Our music. That's not how our music used to be. It don't make no sense that they got music. They took our beautiful music when we used to make love songs and talk about upliftment and things like that. But now our songs is calling our females bitches and calling each other. Got the boys calling each other dogs. Do you see that? Okay, yeah, it sounds cool, whatever. But do you see the outcome and what it's doing? And you have to think about your children and the future generations. You don't want your children calling each other dogs. I mean, just think about that. Don't call me no dog. No, yo, dog. No. Can you think that, I don't want to be called a dog. Well, that's what everybody's called. No. And then instead of speaking to somebody saying, peace and love or hi or, good morning or something, we just say, yo. What the fuck is that? Excuse me, y'all, but I'm just, we have to really think about the simplicity. Because we're not thinking. We just, they created this stuff, and this is what it is. They put these people on TV and tell them, yeah, y'all, just like this, the pants hanging down. It's stupid as hell for people to walk down pants showing their damn underwear. Come on. That doesn't make any sense. Y'all just really think about it. I don't give a damn what style it is. Create your own style. You all really okay with walking around showing your underwear? And women are really okay because they say that this is the new style for a bathing suit, that it's really a thong, and that you're on the beach showing your ass with your buns hanging out with just a string hanging up your crack. Think about it, y'all. Fashion, I'm just saying, we don't have to do this, but understand that the reason why we do this is because we have been programmed. Anything they tell us to do, we do. But that's not how it's supposed to be. The Spirit the Most High gave us everything that we need to survive. Okay? And we have talent. We can sew. We can create. Don't you know who we are? Where you came from? This world would not be able to function today if it wasn't for the things that we use, like, the chair. Y'all know about the chair, right? So, who invented the chair? Who invented the elevator, the sewing machine, the washing machine, the traffic lights, the track that makes trains be able to roll all over the place without crashing? All those things, y'all, we created, and even the cell phone, we created that. But who's making money off of it? The people, the money. That money is so important because we continue to do everything that they say. Buy what they say is popular. Look at what they say. And it's just disgusting. I mean, I tried to look at Netflix the other day, and I'm selective about what I choose to watch. I could not really find a good movie to watch because every movie had something with killing. It had something with with sex. It had something with somebody lying and conniving, people cheating. The devil this or I mean, go if you got Netflix, whatever you got, HBO or whatever those things are, look on there and see if you can find a movie that has anything about educational, anything about love, anything about something uplifting. Y'all, this world is sick, and we're getting sick with it. They're already are messing with our foods. They're messing with the water. They're messing with our health. They're messing with the sunshine. And then for sure, y'all, I'm telling you, it's important to go to the park sometime and take your shoes off. They created this stuff, even telling the babies they don't have to wear those hard shoes anymore, just wear sneakers. Baby, this is intentional. So they come up with these ideas, but it's intentional. There's something behind it that they are benefiting from, and we're not. When are we going to start benefiting from shit? When's it going to be our turn? We need to take back our power, and we need to truly understand the things that's being done in the world today. It ain't just happenstance. These people been in smoke-filled rooms and making up this shit, and then they present it to us. And then when something goes wrong, they still, even when they wrong, I was so pissed off when I found out about this Oxycontin thing. That came into our communities, and it wasn't even our community. That came onto the circuit about this damn Oxycontin. That it was like it's a pain pill, and some people need it, pain because they got this sickness, that sickness. But if you don't eat this food and participate in this shit that they're doing, you won't be sick. If you just eat some fruits and vegetables that God gave us, you wouldn't be sick needing that damn medication. So I'm just saying that because what they did was they just put a spin on that shit with the marketing and saying it ain't the pill, it's the fact that people are abusing it. But they already know that the pill was addictive thing. So chemically, you get addicted to it, and they saying you are abusing it. But they knew that it was going to be addictive. But they're going to say some people need it, and some people may need it. But there's just like you created that damn pill, you can create something that won't be so addictive to people, and people won't be killing people and robbing people and dying. There's so many people that have died because they've overdosed on this damn thing, this pill, because it's so addictive. And people lie, cheat, and steal just to get it. I mean, I know I'm talking about so many different things because there's so much to talk about. But I'm just talking about you got to wake the fuck up. I love you. And I'm sorry to cuss at you. I hope I'm not offending anybody. But, sometimes, you got to talk some real shit to people for them to really understand. But everything that's in place, y'all, it's in place and it is intentional. It may look good, sound good, smell good, taste good. But you better believe if these people have created it, it ain't good. It ain't good. The bottom line is just putting more money into their pockets, taking money out of ours. So y'all, slavery still exists. It looks nice that we can go work, get an education, and even education, it's brainwashing you. You know, you have an education, but you still don't. Well, it's just most people. There's a exception in everything. So when I say all or whatever, don't trip on it. I'm just saying, but most people take that shit on, and then you change your whole life. Because you have to be able to live in their system. Once you get that degree, then you're gonna go work for somebody, and then you're gonna have to act a certain way, dress a certain way, be a certain way, because you got to fit in. But I'm here to tell you, you really ain't got to fit in. I mean, it's. I worked, in the industry. I became I was a PC specialist, and I started my locks when I was in the corporate world, and I dressed the way that I did. And everybody looked at you, oh, that's so nice, oh, that's so pretty. Where you get that from? Where you get that from? Because it's different. Who the hell wants to be the same? Everybody wear the same damn thing, same style, whatever. Y'all, be your unique self. Be your authentic self. Go back and find out who you really are. And we have to stop getting into playing into the hands of them. And then it's our children. I'm just asking my youth, and the adults too. Please don't let the children listen to these songs. It don't make no sense that your children's only 5 or 6 years old and they like, yeah, dog, and then all the cussings in there, yeah, block, I don't know what our songs, but I see little children, they think it's cute when the children is rocking to the stuff. And now back in our day, it was cute when we was rocking to stuff because I've always been a dancer, so the people used to pay me like 25 cents to come dance. My neighbors used to, when her family used to come to town. Go get Kim. I was called Kim then. And bring Kim over there and dance. They'd give me a quarter to dance. But I wasn't dancing to no hoochie mommy stuff. I wasn't bending over, shaking my ass. And that's another thing, y'all. I'm telling you, even my sisters, y'all, how can you be backing it up on it with another sister? What the fuck? Excuse me, I go again. Excuse me. When we out there with the dancing and stuff, and then you be rubbing up on another female. And then isn't just even if you don't think it's just disgusting that even if it's you and your man, that it's okay for you and your man to dance close, but for you to purposely just bend over and all he doing is stand there like pumping on your ass. Where's the respect for yourself? I'm blaming the system. Okay, we all have been bamboozled and hoodwinked, but we have got to get to the point that we just stop this shit. Stop it. Be okay that you ain't hanging with your pants down, even though all your boys is. Be okay that your skirt is close to your knee instead of up your ass. Be okay with that, and don't worry about what other people are saying. You have to be your authentic self, be your unique self. But I just want you to I just want to reiterate, this journey, y'all, all this shit was created. It ain't like, this government was created. These people, they appointed who they wanted to appoint in there, and they making money off of us hand over foot, and then won't give us a goddamn chance to equal up, to get on an equal playing ground. Won't let us live certain places. Won't let us get a loan. Won't let us do this. Won't let us do that. So y'all, slavery still exists, y'all. It just look different. And like I said, I'm sorry if I'm offending, but I'm telling you, you need to understand the truth is, if you're involved in the system in America, you're still a slave. So we got to start working out of it. And sometimes we have to do certain things because we need to be able to exist. And we have to survive. And I can dig that. It is a process. It is a process. So I ain't trying to say just go and quit all your shit today. But if you got some money in the bank saved, yes, quit that shit today and get out of America. I recommend that. But I'm just saying, just overall, it's a process. Stop buying some of their fast foods. But that shit is not good. You have choices. Cook your food. Stop eating out of cans and microwaves because that shit ain't good. What happens to the food in the cans? It's poison you eventually. It may not nothing happen to you now and okay, yeah, my mama, she been doing this all her life and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, well, God bless her. But as a whole, These things are hurting us. They're hurting us. So just imagine you just are in a system that somebody created, and they telling you what to do, and they educate you with this BS. And you know, and even the fact with your education, why come we ain't in there? We fought in World War II. We beat Haiti beat America's ass long time ago. That ain't in the history books. All the brothers that flew airplanes that saved these people when they was in war and stuff, the Tuskegee Airmen, what did they do to them for gratitude? They infected their asses with syphilis. Y'all, yes, it was 200 years ago, whatever amount of years ago, but you still see today that they are still doing things to us. The police could still whoop us and kill us and then have a fucking excuse. And then they and then we normalize this thing called Karen. Oh, that's a Karen. That's a Karen. That's some bullshit, y'all. Okay, that's some bullshit, y'all. They're making it normal that you can go someplace and that this Karen can say something to you, be rude to you, and you know, even put your hands on you and say, oh, that's just a Karen. What? They normalizing that shit, y'all. That ain't acceptable, and we accept it. Oh, there go another Karen. No, don't accept that stuff. You guys, I'm getting kind of long, you know, but I don't like my videos to be too long because I really want you to listen to what I'm saying. But I'm just play this twice and just take something out of here and make some changes in your life. It's a slow process. It's a slow process. But the TV ain't good for us or our children, especially. The foods are not good for us. The religion they've given us ain't good for us. The schools are not good for us. Love yourself enough to say, I'm tired of that shit. Let me try something different. Because there are other options out here. But we just don't do what everybody else is doing. The easy way. Take some time and do something else for your own self. And try something, find something that's better for yourself. Fruits and vegetables. Don't just eat just the same old ones all the time. There's so many different fruits and vegetables out here. Go to the international markets and try a new fruit today. You know, try a new vegetable. Try tasting something that you thought, oh, that's nasty. Try tasting something that and give it a chance, because you doing that, and then you jeopardizing your children. And I'm just saying, you know, I'm really concerned with the children. Us adults, we did what we want to do, and we here and we gonna go, because you know you're born to die, so everybody gonna come and they're gonna go. Well, there's no such thing as death in my opinion, but that's a whole other conversation. But we're gonna leave this plane, this flesh, and go to another dimension. But for our children's sakes. Parents, when your child come home from school, please take the time and see, how was school today? Okay, did your teacher say anything to you? Okay, did you have to go to the principal's office? You know, you need to ask them, because while they have our children at school, they could say things to them to dog them out. They could say, you know, Johnny, you know, well, most of them wasn't Johnny. We'll say, you know, Raheem, you so stupid, you so slow, you so this, you that other. And if the boy don't come home and tell him that the teacher said that, they continue to do that shit and then bring this stuff in this boy's head and begin to make him inferior. And don't think that they're not doing it. Okay, well, Miss Whittle is oh, she's a nice lady. Okay, you keep thinking that. You know, and there's an exception. There's some teachers that are really good teachers and they're concerned with the children and so forth. But there's some out here that when they have an opportunity to have your children by themselves and to themselves, they are feeding negative energy into them. So for the children's sake, I'm going to end shortly. Please try something different. Don't let your children listen to this music and watch these videos, and anything that you let your children doing on TV, on the videos and so forth, please watch it with them and see what's really going on in those things. Because there's so much killing. We normalize this shit, and then when somebody gets killed or shot in the family or in the streets or in the neighborhood, we act like, oh, just another one. No, yo, that shit ain't normal. So love yourself enough to try to start making some changes, guys. We've got to make some changes because we've been bamboozled and hoodwinked, and they done pulled the cloth over our head, over our eyes, and we're being deaf, blind, and dumb to the shit that they doing to us. And yes, the system is still in place. Different people are doing it, but the system is still in place. You know, and we have got to do for self, got to support each other, and it's coming. It's coming. I mean, I definitely, but we just need more of the masses. We need more of us to do it. I'm so proud. I'm going to keep talking about that damn Alabama Bama Slammer, whatever you want to call it. I'm telling you, that felt so good to watch us support each other like that. Because if we had did that to when nobody was around with Rodney King, but we had did that with the brother who had the cop nail on his neck, instead of sitting there and fucking videotaping it, it was to jump on that cop just to push him off, or at least do something, you know. I mean, because of course they got guns, you know, we afraid, we scared, whatever. But you need just question it and say, just approach him and say, get off the neck, and say something to him other than us just standing there just videotaping it. Something different could have happened. That brother would still be here. And then when they arrest some people, I did see this one thing. This guy was trying to arrest this guy in Walmart, and this brother spoke up and told the cops, y'all wrong. This man's not doing nothing. And if you want him to leave, just ask him to leave. But he don't have no gun. Y'all got a taser and a gun. So and he kept on telling the guy, take your hand off your gun. Take your hand off your gun. This man hasn't done anything. So we got to speak up, and we got to make changes. All right? All right, I'm probably screaming. I love you. I'm telling you, I love my